life. And today I would like to share a little bit of advice.
It's showtime!
Oh, it's time!
That I do, and I hope that a lot of you do. And if you don't, then you can start doing. It's never too late. And that is to make sure you pay attention to all your family and friends' life stories.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention now.
When they give you a little bit of advice about, this is what works best when you do it this way. Or like, we recently lost my father-in-law. Rip, Grandpa.
May he rest in peace.
And I have stories that he's told us over and over again, but it was never, oh, you've already told this story for the millionth time. It was, oh, wow.
No one had ever stood up to me like that before. I respected him from there on out.
That's a great story, Grandpa.
I didn't like it.
None of my grandchildren had ever disliked one of my stories before. From then on, he was my favorite.
Well, I don't like that story, Great-Grandpa.
Future old people are wizards.
Because I knew that one day he wouldn't be here, and he served 2 tours of duty in Korea. That to me is interesting. He gets to tell the story of how it was with him. I have just a smidgen of history, even though he's still alive, my uncle, who served in Vietnam. He was a paratrooper. There's some little bit of stories there, and not so good, but he survived. And
well, what do you know? I'm still here.
Anyway, he's still with us. And I just want you to take advantage while your friends and family are still alive to pay attention to the stories and advice they have for you.
What?
They one day won't be here, and you will have to look and reflect upon the life you had with them. Do you know what they did? Do you know about their childhood? Do you know if they served in the military? I mean, all sorts of stuff. Once they pass away, the history they had and they carried with them is gone. The advice they could have given you is gone.
It's all gone. All of it's gone. Bye-bye. Woo, see ya.
So it would be good for you to pay attention. I mean, when I'm with someone, even if they're my same age, and they lived a different life than me, I like to also ask them questions. Oh my gosh, did you do this? Or, oh my gosh, how did you do this? Like, for instance, I was raised in Wyoming. I'm a ranch girl, and we lived at a few places, and one of the ranches we lived at, we had to haul water for our house. We had to do certain things that ranchers down in the southwest of the United States don't have to do. I mean, most of our calving season was in the wintertime, and we'd hurry up and have to hook chains to the calves' legs to hurry up and get them out of their moms so they wouldn't freeze to death, them or their moms. And down here, I mean, they deal with either the wind or during the monsoon season rain, but they don't have to worry about it freezing. Well, for the most part, they don't. I mean, it doesn't get that cold here very often.
Come on, the weather outside is weather.
And like, I have stories of when my sister and I were little kids, and we used to have to feed the cattle on a wagon. We had to dump the hay off the wagon. I mean, these are stories I'm going to get to tell my grandson one day. My hubby, he has stories about, hunting and fishing and camping. I don't necessarily have a lot of those, although I will tell you, I'll leave you with this little funny ha-ha. And that is one of my favoriteest memories I have of my father-in-law and I. was when my hubby and his oldest brother and my father-in-law were camping. One of the camping trips, the only camping trip that I enjoyed. Yes, I actually enjoyed it. And we were camping along the Red River, which is split Oklahoma and Texas. And I'm not sure if my hubby and his brother were fishing or hunting or whatever, but I know it was a nice day. The weather wasn't horrible. And my father-in-law and I were at the campsite. Yeah, I was also not wheelchair bound then, so it was also another bit easier for me because I wasn't in the wheelchair yet. And I heard this noise coming off from the side, and I wasn't freaked out like, oh, it's a bear or anything, but it was so cool because it was two armadillos who came into the campsite. And I'm not sure if my father-in-law told me this, but somehow or another, I think that they're sort of like blind and they really couldn't tell that we were there, but I guess they could sense we were there. But anyway, they got up on their hind legs and then they started clapping with their paws, with the front paws, and I just thought that was so cool. And then they left, and that is when my father-in-law informed me that armadillos carry leprosy. So anyway, but that didn't freak me out. I mean, they went off their way and
It worked.
so anyway, I do hope that you guys do take a little bit of advice. I do hope that right now you're enjoying your friends and family and you're always soaking up the knowledge that they have and the stories they have and the memories that you're making with them. I do hope that you do that. Please follow me at TammyKeys710 on Instagram. Please subscribe and like. It does help me out. And bye!